He's going to be a game time decision. We'll just have to keep watching him throughout the day and see how he's feeling.
Sheldon, you've been asked, of course, of how the Lightning have won their championships. I'm curious what you see from them right now and the challenge they present to you guys tonight.
Yeah, pretty similar. I mean, obviously the additions they made at the deadline, give them increased depth, and everybody slots in well for them that way. You know, goes without saying how dangerous their top six are, and the depth and versatility they have on defense, strong goaltending. And so they're obviously a formidable opponent, and we'll have to be at our best.
What kind of memories come back to you when you're in this town?
Oh, in terms of my playing career, which was not very long, and even shorter in the NHL. This is where I spent most of my time. So, yesterday was like the first time since I've been on this job. I actually had it was a practice day, a non-game day here, and able to move around a little bit and see how the city has grown and changed and all of that. So it's nice to be back.
When you think back to the organization when you were so long ago and now, how has it evolved? What do you see in terms of the evolution?
Well, I was in the early 2000s. I was here at a time when they were in transition and looking to really grow and establish themselves. And obviously, 2004 they won the Stanley Cup, and that was I was here 2003. So I was right here in that transition. Obviously, they've solidified themselves as a premier organization in the league. Even before these last couple of cups, I mean, it just every year from the talent that they have on their team, to the fan support that they get, and the energy in the building, and now the success on the ice with the cups, to add to 2004. So yeah, it's clearly become a premier place to be.
Sheldon, John Cooper just said with the arsenal of weapons that Auston has, he wouldn't be surprised if he could hit 70 goals one of these seasons. Does that sound like a potential based on what you've seen from Auston?
I just don't think you could ever put any sort of limitations on someone like him with the ability that he has and the drive that he has. And you look at the pace that he's played at here, especially in the last whatever it is, 40 or 50 games or so. I don't think you could put a limit on that. So I don't think it's pretty rare, obviously, to reach those, especially in this era, in this time. But I think there's no limits on what someone like him can do, because he's extremely driven and obviously very talented, and just seems to continue to get better.
Stamkos was reflecting on his 60-goal season. He was saying, like, we weren't as good as this Leafs team is right now. They were feeding me down the stretch there. What stands out about how Austin's been able to maintain his overall game while putting up this number?
Yeah, I think and that's the biggest thing. We've been winning lots of games, and he contributes in so many different ways, and he scores in so many different ways. Sometimes he's manufacturing his own goals in his own space, and other times he's working with his line mates, and obviously Mitch has been great in finding him in good spots. He's forechecking, he's tracking, he's creating turnovers, he's doing all the different things that lead to goals, and giving himself those opportunities to score. So he does it in so many different ways that contribute to winning, not just scoring, but winning.
Vasilevsky's like the Empire State Building back there. He sees everything. He takes up a lot of the net. How do you get around a goalie like that? Get your shots through.
Well, first you got to get through their team. I mean, they defend really well as a group in front of them. They play hard. They don't give you a lot of space or time. So that in itself is a challenge. You don't get a ton of great looks. So the obvious and cliche things: traffic, tips, deflections. It's a little bit of randomness happening around the goalie. Those are the kind of things that seem to work well against goalies with his abilities. So those are the things you talk about, but really you're trying to find ways to try to get clean looks and try to get through their team, which is the greatest challenge of all. And then once you do that, then you have to deal with the goalie. So it's all part of it.
The six
guys that you've got on the blue line right now, is that as comfortable as you've been as coach with the 6 guys on the blue line?
Well, certainly, having the ability to have someone like Giordano down in that third pair right now is, I think that's fair to say. That's as comfortable as we've been there. I mean, we've played well as a team defensively, and even if this season, whether it's Sandy and Liljegren there, like those guys have played good hockey for us. But just in terms of being able to share the minutes, share the responsibility, and seems like, if we have a bad shift or something goes wrong, we can get it back quickly. Those are the things that we're seeing right now with the way that the defense is shaping up. Obviously, Muzzin is not far from a return here, and at this point is looking likely for tomorrow. But that's just going to give us even greater depth that way. So I think it's fair to say that this is certainly the deepest we've been.
In terms of Muzzin, what are you looking for to know he's 100% ready to go?
Well, it's a combination of the medical team, obviously, and working off of their feedback and the different things that they do to assess the players. But I think where we've been at for a while now is he himself just feeling good, feeling comfortable, confident that he's put in the necessary work and had the reps and practice to be able to be confident and comfortable playing in a game situation. That's really what we've been waiting on, and we haven't had a lot of practice reps as a team here of late, and we won't have many the remainder of the season. But coming out of yesterday, I think he's feeling good about where he's at. So we'll give him an additional day today to be certain and make a determination tomorrow from there. But I would say, if it's not tomorrow, certainly in Dallas, we expect him to be ready to go.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.